Even if it didn't go as you wanted, don't give up. Don't give up and don't quit, because then what do you do after quitting? Like, what
you
happens?
Lose,
exactly. That life goes on.
Yeah.
And then you find yourself at 50, you have nothing. Who are you going to blame?
Don't quit ever.
Exactly.
Like, keep trying.
Yeah. Hi guys, welcome to episode 10 of the group podcast.
Karibuni sana.
And when you say, you know it's time for
no rules.
Everything goes.
You think it?
We say it.
Boom.
So I go by the name of Nancy Kuria.
I'm Simba.
Yes, and we're so excited. Thank you for your support. It's been 10 episodes every week, new episode. And thank you so much for liking, sharing, commenting. So to our returning subscribers, what do we tell them, Simba?
Asanteni. Yes. Sana, we love you guys, manzi. Mmekuwa tu supporting, mmekuwa tu amazing, manzi.
Yeah.
Nawashukuru, man. Man,
and of course to the new subscribers. Na feel kama nimekukat. To the new subscribers,
okay. Kosa. Karibuni tena.
Yeah, even though kuna happening at home. At home, dad and mom.
Yeah, they fight.
They fight. Anyway, guys, to our new subscribers, what do we tell them?
Karibuni sana, manzi, to this great home of great vibes and good content, manzi.
Yeah, and great content. Remember, you guys, we don't hatuangushangi every time we have some really amazing content which we can relate, because we are young people and we are going through these things together.
I'm not young.
How old are you?
35.
No. I'm 35 minus 10. What does that give you, guys? And then minus niendele.
I don't know, I'm okay. You're about to get real, man.
Yeah. So come out, just subscribe, you guys. Don't even continue with this video because it's a crime. Make sure you subscribe in 3, 2, 1.
Ting.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm telling you, you're going to be enjoying some of the content that you already have and the one that you're going to be putting out. Hey, leo kizungu siji inakuja
to be putting out.
Yeah, that's the correct word, actually.
For the coming content
episode. For the coming episodes.
Yeah, we are just in episode 10.
Yeah.
We have hundreds, thousands of
thousand episodes.
Yeah, I'm making millions.
So like ukisema 1,000.
Infinity. Yeah.
Okay.
We are doing this until we die.
All right, you guys, that is Simba.
Until I'm 70. I'm 80. I'll be doing this. So you better start with me.
Okay, sawa. Anyway, kama kawaida, we are recording at Migwi Studios. Make sure you check them out on Instagram at Migwi Studios. And you're going to be liking what you see because their rates are affordable. And Simba actually... I
advocate for baby showers, birthdays. Yeah, for the singles. Anyway, it's a good place to come and take your pictures, manzi.
Yeah.
We have a lot background for more than 15, I guess. So you can always check them on Instagram at Migwi Studios.
Yeah, at Migwi Studios. You're going to like what you see. And remember, you can also DM us on Instagram and Facebook at The Groove Podcast KE, or our personal social media handles. That is at Nancy Kuria.
At Tristan Simba.
Yes, and today we're talking about how to introduce. I feel like this is one of those really big topics. Yeah, and I enjoyed researching it. Do I tell you guys? I need to tell them.
Tell them, yeah.
Anyway, today we're talking about things that are going to destroy your life, like especially for a young person, quicker than a bullet. Quicker than a bullet. There are those habits and those things that literally will destroy your life if you don't do anything. And this is what differentiates between unaona the uncle mwenye anapeanga watoto wa ule uncle mwingine pesa na ule uncle mwenye anapiganga kusema hakuna school fees, please help. And because I feel when we are young, that is when we make those decisions.
True.
Do we choose to be beggars or do we choose to be givers?
To be givers. So ama tuweke hivi behaviors that are known or unknown that can destroy our lives.
Especially when you're young. Especially when you're young.
It might be known or unknown. So we better stick there.
Yes. So we're doing this, guys. And if you forget something, make sure that you add. Cindy.
Of course, in the comment section there, manzi.
All right. So I'll go first. Yeah,
it's okay.
Because ladies first.
Yeah.
And you're a gentleman.
Of course.
No, he's not. Anyway, guys. Let's...
Hakuna hard feelings. I'm okay with that. You continue.
All right. I'll start with the one. I'll say disrespecting your parent or your guardian or a person who has been taking care of you. And I say that knowing not all of us are lucky to have those parents who are supportive. Some of us, we have parents who are drunkards. We have mothers who like really don't care. But let me tell you, the quickest blessing you can get is from a parent. And I feel like when you grow old, you know, there are those parents who wanakutenda ukiwa mdogo. Every time you think about them, you don't want anything to do with them.
Like but they mess up with you.
They mess up your life seriously. Maybe they were not there. Maybe walikula school fees. I don't know. Maybe they used to beat you up. But at this point, if you want to live like a blessed life, you know, you want those blessings from your parents. I usually say, Nunu askari, enda nyumbani. You know, enda nyumbani. If you can be able, if you can be able to talk with them, express how you feel, especially when you are older and you know, you are mature enough, you know. So whenever, even when you're talking to them, it's not like you're insulting them. You just want them to know maybe they hurt you, you know. And then you forgive each other, and thereon they bless you. So you have to like respect your parents or your guardians.
On addition to that, kindly remind people that the biblically, the Christianity way, the Muslim Islamic way, and the African traditions, religion, zinasemanga your parents, especially your mother and your dad, it's the second God. So always respect your mother, your dad, anyone in the society when you feel like ana kubless with anything, shosho,
it's shosho, like that person who is either a mother figure or a father figure, and they've been in your life. You have to like, for some I don't even know how to say this, because I feel like you need to make it right with your parents or with your guardians. If you don't do that, that is why people die at 30. I'm not saying that you're going to die at 30, but whenever you have a parent who is never proud of you, every time they think about you, they're like cursing. They even regret the reason why they brought you into this world. So that is a curse there by itself. That is going to kill you quicker than the maandamano bullets.
You're getting unfair to yourself. So to the second point, my point, I feel like self-care. Self-care, especially when you're young. So we pretend that you are very healthy, like autaki maybe mental coaching, mentally. So if you don't check on your health care, if you don't take care of yourself, like later in life, those things comes come back hunting you, either mentally, well-being, the whole well-being,
like physically in terms of your health. Because I usually say, like, if you don't want to cook any healthy foods, you just want junk and juice all the time, right now you might not feel the effect because we're still young. We still have the energy
very high.
But ile time unagonga 40 going on, meno inaanza kutoka, you know, because of the biscuits.
So the only way to take care of yourself, self-care, exercise regularly, eat balanced diet, healthy diet, maybe visit the mental coaching. If you're not okay, counseling
and psychology. These people who cancel. And I also feel like, especially when it comes to mental health, physically, I think we all know what a balanced diet means. It just means in a day, make sure you eat a banana, ugali na skuma. Like uko sawa, you're set for life.
Protein.
So see, na mayai. But when it comes to mental health, that is where the whole thing comes in. Because you cannot afford to like ignore how you're feeling. You cannot afford to ignore like how your head how your brain is working. Because like every time you're stressed, every time you're going through something and you don't have a friend to talk with, and you keep thinking about that is how depression comes in. So you start to isolate yourself. You don't want, like, haunanga appetite, nothing makes you happy, you are ever stressful, you don't want to be, you don't want even to hang out with anyone. Make sure like either you go to a psychologist, kwa church kuna kwanga na our counselors.
I feel like when you later, it was my point, but Nancy when you I feel like it's okay.
They may hijack because like we've been brought up to think that Africans we don't seek therapy. Hakunanga kitu kama therapy in Africa. But at this point and time, we have to. I feel like I'm not ashamed for going to see a counselor once in a while
because of depression, anxiety. Like if you have any stress, maybe academically, za maisha una pesa, but
anxiety
inakusumbua. Just go mapema ndio best man.
Yeah, mapema ndio best. So make sure like if you are going through something, please seek out help. Mentally, if you don't have a close friend, enda kwa church. Kuna kuanga na church, even in hospitals kuna counseling, and it's free online nowadays. Nowadays you can find anyone who is just going to counsel you for free, because it's a big thing, because that is why kuna kuanga na suicide.
Your parents,
your
parents, uncles, your aunties,
I know,
they're there for you.
I know. So don't ignore anything that you're feeling, especially your mental health. You cannot afford to ignore that. The other one, I'll say procrastination. Procrastination will kill your dream quicker than you can even say dream. Like, you cannot procrastinate. I feel like every time you wake up in the morning and you decide this is what you're going to do it. Meet your target. And hakunanga, like, especially if you are true about something, if you have a dream and if you have a goal and you want to go, like, you want to achieve that, you cannot afford to be procrastinate, because that means you get stuck and you don't move. Like Simba said, you start whatever. There was something the other day we were speaking, you said something.
You know, if you want to achieve in life, start now.
Yeah, you have to start. Yeah, you have to start. You have to work on it. So there's no procrastination.
And I feel where procrastination na missing watu wengi. You meet it in life. You have a work, and then you want to eat it until the last time.
Yeah.
You have work leo ni Monday, and then
Tuesday.
the deadline is on Friday. No, you're not working on that task until Thursday or Friday morning. That time you're starting to work. You see, like you mess up your life. Start it right now, and you'll achieve your goal.
That reminds me, assignment tukiwa campus, tunapewa assignment like 1 month ago, but like akikuja wewe bado uko cyber ndio una print, like ulifanya asubuhi and then ndio una print.
na class imeanza.
As a young person, because we are full of energy, you have to make sure, like, procrastination, even if it didn't go as you wanted, don't give up and don't quit, because then what do you do after quitting? Like, what happens? Exactly. The life goes on. And then you find yourself at 50, you have nothing. Who are you going to blame?
Don't quit ever.
Exactly.
Like, keep trying. So another point for young men and women, it's like comparison in life. I compare myself with somebody else. You see, everyone in life has his or their, so has his or her pace. If my pace is this one, I will achieve this certain goal within this time limit. Like, you don't have to compare yourself with me. At the same time, I don't have to compare myself with you.
There's a quote I used to, I don't know whether it was a quote or someone made it up. It says, excuse me, our timelines are different.
True.
Our timelines are different. And this is what I usually say. We're not, like, the ground is not equal. We all we are tumezaliwa in different families. Let's start with families. Education, you know, and that shapes you to be, that shapes your timeline. So you can't compare yourself with who na watoto wanani, like let's see, watoto wagashagwa. You can't compare yourself with them, because you have different timelines. You have lived different times.
Work on yourself.
Exactly.
To get there.
Exactly. But as long as you're working on what you want to achieve, whether it takes 10 years or it takes 2 years, as long as you're moving, as long as you're working on it, you're going to achieve it.
True.
So different pace, different timelines, and I respect that. I usually respect that.
At the end of the day, you'll achieve it. So the next point for young men and women, it's not saving. Like, we don't save, man. It's work, mouth,
shopping.
work, mouth. So, like, it's a bit sometimes, like, if you have 10,000, save 2,000, you'll save 2,000. Maybe this 2,000 will help you one day. Like, unknown situations, especially me, manzi. Mi najipatanga hapo stuck. Saving. I had that problem, like,
I don't. I feel like I'm a professional saver. Like, when it comes to saving,
I'm very poor.
I'm a professional saver. This is what I believe. I believe, like, like I said, we all have different background. We all have different parents. Kuna mwenye anapango allowance ya 50k, kuna mwingine 10,000, kuna mwingine 1,000, kuna mwingine punch. I usually say, buy whatever is necessary. Buy whatever is necessary. If you feel like you need to do shopping for your house, maybe you need some new clothes, some new shoes. Me usually, when you go to my calendar, like, first month maybe you see shopping, the next one shoes, that month clothes. You get. So like when I get that 10,000, I'm not going to use all of it on shoes.
You have what to do
exactly.
for it.
I'll save. Like this time I'll buy shoes. Then next month I'll buy clothes. That allows me to be able to save as much as I can. So even when there are like emergencies, I have money, in my account. I have money. So I feel like as a young person, mpaka ufike ile time you can be able to spend as much as you want without caring what is going to happen tomorrow. You have to learn how to save. Yeah. So another point and another thing is insecurities. You see, when
in
you
relationships.
No. Personal
Life.
insecurities.
Yeah, generally. Yeah.
When you focus on insecurities and negatives and flaws in your life,
lose the focus.
that is going to kill you.
Yeah.
And I don't know why people are insecure, but I feel like like I told you, my biggest insecurity is my work. Like when people attack my work, umenishika hapo. Like I think that is like the only insecurity I have. When people attack my work, that is like, that's it. But I also feel like you see flaws and those things people feel like they are not up to standard. Imagine you can use that as a strength.
I feel insecurities sometimes they affect the self-esteem of someone.
Exactly.
Especially ladies.
Exactly. And when you start focusing, I'm not brown, I'm not slim enough, I'm not big enough, what
at
else?
Your teenage.
Like my eyes,
like,
my nose, my seriously, because I look at people like and I'm not saying that he's ugly, but I'm just saying by standards, those standards we have set as people, like those standards sometimes tunanga kama ni limits. Look at Steve-O, Simple Boy. Like if anyone maybe before he was a celeb, if anyone told you he was going to be a celeb, ungesema nini?
Actually.
Exactly. But look at him. He doesn't care whether people judge his looks. He doesn't care whether people say whether he's meeting the standards or not. And when you look even look at our Kenyan comedian, look at the content creators right now. Whether you are shrubbing or not,
keep doing it. Meet your goal.
Exactly. I feel like what matters at the end of the day, it's what you bring to the table. Because I might be beautiful, I may be educated, I might have everything that you think a person is supposed to have, but at the end of the day, I have nothing to bring to the table. And vice versa. I may come from a background of no one has ever made it past Form 4,
And you made it at the first one.
Yeah, like my house, like you get like that those standards where you feel like this person is meant to be a failure, but I might turn that around and become a success more than a person who seems like huyo ndio atamake. Because I feel like at the end of the day, it's about choices. What do you focus on? So do I focus about like I'm not brown enough, or I'm not beautiful enough, or do I work on myself to make sure that whatever I bring to the table, everyone respects that?
Loko juu.
Where
Loko hyper.
Like this things I feel like I've lived a life. I've met so many people who usually compare themselves to me.
True.
And according to them,
body shape ama financially.
Yes, not financially. I'll say in terms of body. Yeah. In terms of body. And I never let that get into my head. Like they feel I'm better than them. But then I look at my life, I'm like, I'm not better than you.
We're all the same.
We are all the same. At the end of the day, it's what is important to you. You know, what is important to you, because that is what you chase after. Yeah, it's never about the body or Anyway, guys, I hope you get the point.
To the next point, it's like you could do a lap or something. Do you like it, manzi? So the next point is gossiping. Like I hate gossiping.
Yeah.
And gossiping mess up in a mess in life, I would say, like
a lot.
Yeah. You can't imagine. I'm at our juangi. Like especially the young people when you're around from 18 to around 30.
Yeah.
Like you train yourself to be a gossipper. Your whole life, you're a gossiper. You lose trust from your friends, from your family, from anyone. Hata wakipata good connection, they won't tell you.
Yeah.
First because when you gossiper.
Yeah. They don't trust you. They don't want to be associated with you. They don't want to be associated with you.
Yeah.
And I feel like that...
They're not safe with you.
Yeah. That burns a lot of bridges. Yeah. Like you can burn a lot of bridges with that. Because if Simba talks behind my back, then next week I can guarantee you, I wouldn't want anything to do with you or work with you. That means you lose a friend. For what?
For
what? Instead of moshene, why not just go face that person and ask them? Me, I prefer
or
that.
Correct them.
Yeah, I prefer the direct approach. Instead of saying, oh, Simba ata anafanyanga, oh, Simba ata ukienda kwa Simba. Why not just ask you, like mature, like I love how guys handle issues, because it's rare for you to find men who gossip. But us girls, woo, yeah, like guys, no nanga, guys, apo inaishia hapo.
No, if for a man, if you mess up with your brother, like you have two choices: fight, ama mmalizi hapo musahau by that story. No. But talking behind his back, like you unasaliti the bro code, you're not doing the right thing.
Yeah. Anyway, so guys, stop gossiping. Like, don't. It's not right. It's not right. The other one, I feel like that something that it's going to destroy your life. It's lack of a role model or a mentor.
Of course.
You need to have one of those. Either you have a mentor who talks to you, who encourages you. I feel like having right now, I don't have like a mentor right now. At this minute, I don't have a mentor, but I do have a role model. And when you have a role model, the difference between two is that a mentor helps you by talking to you, advises you. You know, they make sure that you don't make the same mistakes that they made. And a role model, you want your life to, like, you want to live according to the way they lived their life. You want to achieve what they have achieved in life. And when people say role models, I feel like the most effective role models is the one we have close to us. Maybe an uncle, an auntie, a sister, a friend, a father or a mother, because you can be able, like, you've seen them grow to be where they are,
and they understand you.
So I feel like having a role model and a mentor, it's very important, because then when you don't have that, mistakes, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. You're not going to have a direction. You might take like a while to get to where you want to be. When you had maybe ungekuwa na mtu amekuongelesha, inge take less time than maybe before.
Yes, just in short, have someone to direct you, have someone you look up to.
Yes, exactly.
Like behavior zake, maybe financially place ako, like have someone to boost your inner motive.
To motivate you.
To motivate you each and every day.
Exactly.
So another point is overworking.
Overworking.
Yeah, don't ever overwork, like sky overwork as a young person. No. Like if you overwork, it will hurt you physically and mentally.
Okay.
Like you won't be good at the end of the day. Because babu, you meet people with depressions, like anxieties in life. Unashindozi walitoa wapi. Like they are very hardworking, but they end up overworking. Unafanya kazi mchana, usiku unalala kazi ingine. You're sleeping 2 hours instead of 6 or 8. So at the end of the day, you meet you're not mentally stable. Like, you're not okay. But huwezi jua cause you're working every day. Everything in your side, it's doing well. But if you're not sleeping, or you're not relaxing, you're not meeting your friends for maybe for exchanging the talks, your work is working, you'll mess up yourself. Uta work for 5 years, 10 years, you'll have the big
an empire, you have an
but
empire.
Today at 40.
Wow, okay. I didn't thank you for talking about that, because I've never thought of it like that.
Don't ever
don't overwork.
Fanya ile kazi inaweza fanyika tu at that moment. But usikue lazy, sikwambi kuwe lazy. Don't overwork, but be hardworking.
My other point is the associations, the friends you have around. They can be bad relationships, or people are using you. You have to check who is your inner circle, because your inner circle either builds you up or brings you down. Like those are the two things you get from your inner circle. And like you said, you are the sum of the 5 people who are closest to you.
Your character is defined by your best 5 friends.
Exactly.
Average of your best 5 friends.
So you can imagine the damage or the good that can do. So you always have to make sure you have friends who either encourage you, you're walking on the same direction, but not those people who really don't care. Or wakiamka asubuhi, maybe they're just watching, or they're just drinking or misbehaving, or they really don't care. You have to make sure you surround yourself with people who are for you. That is very important.
And instead of cutting them, can we maybe change them to be good persons ama to be like us.
No, you can't. You cannot change
if my friends are getting lost, they're my friends.
You can't.
I'll just help them.
You can't.
So I'll cut them and look for other friends.
I'm not saying you cut them. You can maybe try talking to them, but don't like be as closed or trust them. Like they stop being your inner circle. They stop being your inner circle. Don't adapt
what they are doing.
Yeah, they stop being.
Let them adapt what you're doing if the right thing.
Of which it's very hard.
What?
Because this is what happens. You see the how do I say this? It's like the good and the bad. The good and the bad will never ever mix. They will never mix. So they will either undermine you trying to chase that goal, or you will think they are right by saying life is unfair, because that is how like people are. Like life is unfair.
True.
Who cares about tomorrow? You either fall into their category or they will undermine you. So just keep them off. I'm not saying cut them off. Let them be those friends where once in a month you're like, mambo, uko aje? Uko poa. Like, uko poa? And okay, ni sawa basi. But make sure that the inner circle that you have, like the 5 closest people you have, they're people who are like building you up. They're people who have your back. They're people who you trust. You
have a common goal, maybe.
Exactly. And sometimes it's not even about the common goal. Someone you can trust, and they have your back. Like, make sure that is the kind of the inner circle you want to have.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Asante Mungu.
So wait, am I like in your inner circle?
No.
Oh God, okay.
Because of your character.
Oh God.
So ndio umesema. I wanted to change you. Mimi nimeuliza with the reason.
Oh my
if
God.
Your best friends have bad character, can you try and change them? I was asking indirect. Now mwenye nilikuwa nauliza na mwenye akona bad character akaniambia no cut them, let them. I'll be greeting you once a week.
Okay, so
are you ready for that?
No, I'm not.
You're because good. Pole, you're good. You're in my inner circle.
Yeah, you too.
Pole.
Yeah, you too.
Okay. Tumetoka mbali.
I know.
So another point, it's negative thinking, manzi. Negative thinking for young men ama women, it will destroy your life. Very fast.
Very fast.
So,
yeah.
Ukiamka asubuhi you're negative, you have negative thinking.
Yeah.
Maybe ukiona mse, the first thing comes in your mind, simpendi juu hii na hii. First appreciate the positivity of a person ama any action, then come to the negative side of that thing. So Steve Harvey says like your mind is divided in 2 parts.
Okay.
One part with positive cells and the other part with the negative cells.
Yeah.
So the positive cells and the negative cells are the things that direct your body. So if you wake up today and say like I ain't feeling like going to work, the mind inatuma hizo negative cells stano leo ama stan aende kazi leo. So negative cells zinasema like umeboeka, like you start just being like
you feel discouraged.
You feel like, discouraged because your mind the negative cells are more active than the positives. But when you wake up in the morning you feel like I'm doing this, I'll go naenda kazi, I'll achieve these ones. Your mind ina activate the positive cells. Now
and you have the energy.
And you have the energy to do your work. So always keep the positive cells up than the negative cells.
Yeah, I also feel like negative feelings come from feeling inadequate, feeling like you're not good at something, and being in denial. Because I feel like the minute have you ever met those people who are like, because they went to a university, haiezi andikwa afanye kazi ya mtu alifanya diploma ama certificate. Have you met those people? Ama haiezi fungua kibanda, ama haiezi fanya kazi kwa M-Pesa.
Sometimes ni ego.
Ni ego. So like don't be in denial. Sometimes it's good to accept where you are, because the minute you accept where you are, your surrounding, that is when you start making a plan. Now maybe I can try 1, 2, 3 and see whether I'm going to move. Because every morning you wake up and you feel inadequate, that kicks in the discouragement, it kicks in the negative cells. And then you start feeling I wish I was dead, or I wish, you start like thinking like that,
being discouraged.
When you can just wake up and be like, wait, leo naenda mjei, madam, wait, kuna hotel ilifunguliwa pale, maybe I can be a waitress, work for like 6 months, save, then start my own job. That is how it works. Because
be open-minded.
Exactly, be open-minded. So like always have a clear goal. Like that is another point. If you don't have a clear goal, you are done. I always feel like even when you're doing this podcast, like you said, it's infinity. Yes, but other than that, what else are we doing? Other than that, what is some of the end goals that you have set up for yourself?
Maybe in a certain time.
Exactly. So like I usually say that don't hate humble beginnings. Don't hate anyone's beginning. Appreciate them.
Your steps.
Step by step. Because at this minute, I may not have 1 million, but I may have 10,000. And save that 10,000, maybe in like 6 months, that is like 60,000. With 60,000, I believe you can come up with a good business plan. Such a business. Yeah,
glossaries,
exactly,
mogokabes. There are a lot to do.
Yeah, so which
church.
means exactly
I can also start a church. Definitely. It's a good business, but
yeah. So which means in 2 years I can have the million. You get. So I always feel like, where do you want to end up eventually? If you are in a corporate world, kama umeandikwa, maybe right now umekuwa lecturer, sindio? Okay, like Chandaria. Do you know Manu? He's called Manu Chandaria.
Yeah, the ones with big companies.
He's the one who started. He started as a manual laborer, kubeba wheelbarrow na kuosha. And then he got promoted to be like the CEO and finally owned the company that he was working as kama mtu wa kuosha.
You're a betrayer.
Yeah. So that goes to show you, like, you may start as a lecturer right now, but maybe in 10 years you're going to be the professor in that university. I'm a CEO. VC. I'm a VC. I'm a CEO.
You'll grow, appreciate your steps.
Exactly. So you just have to put your mind, like, you just have to work, towards that goal. This is where maybe if you want to end up to being a businesswoman like myself, what am I doing to make sure that I end up there? So you always have to have a clear goal on where you want to go and who you want to be in the future.
Another point that I have is those people who that like being perfectionist.
Yeah.
Like in everything you do, you want it to be perfect.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes that thing that might like, it's a good thing.
It's a good thing, yeah.
Definitely. Personally, hata tukiangalia, it's a good thing to do. Like anything you do equal perfect, but sometimes it will lead you to unrealistic goals.
Oh yes, very true.
Appreciate maybe mistakes. If something ijakuja the way you wanted, like put more effort
so that
to be
next
there.
time,
don't nullify it. Like always appreciate mistakes doesn't happen. You learn through those mistakes. But if things don't work the way you want, appreciate, be okay with that. But kila wakati nilikuwa nataka ika hivi, now you lose the psyche. Like I don't want stucky, like it's a bad thing.
Wow. I like that.
Don't be like every time that perfectionist mind.
It has to be 100%.
No,
not all the time. This is life.
Sometimes neza sema I want to own a company, but at the end of the day sija own one. So like
what do you do?
I'm not supposed to lose hope. Maybe I have a business maybe somewhere, like I'm working on something to be where I want, you see.
Wow. Okay. So this other one is something that will finish you quicker, or like will destroy your life or demolish your life. Is when you choose selfishness. When you're selfish.
Oh my God.
I feel like there's this quote that says a candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. Actually, when you light other candles in the room becomes brighter. The room becomes brighter. This is what I'm thinking. When you're young, you have to form those relationships. You have to form those bonds by helping other people. If there's something I like to do, is whenever an opportunity comes up and I'm able to help someone, I'll help you kama mtu nanilipa. I'll do that because this is where I know, like, if I help Stan, if I help director, if I help another friend, when a moment comes and I need that help,
you'll get it.
Exactly. I was even thinking, like, to say right now you need 10,000 badly, and I'm able to give you that 10,000, I'll give you that 10,000, just help you. If I'm not losing anything, si lazima hata nikulon, I can just give it to you. No, imagine if a day comes and I need like 100,000 and you can be able to like give it freely.
I'll just give you.
Exactly.
Because you help me.
Exactly. So as young people, if you really want to have a brighter future and you want to have a good future, help whenever you can. Mentor as many people as you can. Work with as many people as you can. Because at the end of the day, even if you're doing it to them, actually technically you're doing it to yourself.
So in short, don't get an opportunity and then you end up being you alone. If you have a capacity, an opportunity to open to your friends, just channel it out.
And they say no man is an island. No man is an island. So if you decide not to help people, even when you need help, no one is going to help you. So you're just going to be all alone, and well, that is sad. That is sad.
So another point for we as a young men and women, it's lack of boundaries will ruin your life, manze.
Wow, okay.
You must set your boundaries clear, manze.
And limits,
If in a relationship with your partner, always have boundaries with other friends. set your boundaries with your parents. Set your boundaries with co-workers. Like if you're just open, like kila mtu kwako ni
akitaka, you go by the wind.
Your life,
you see those people who are swayed by the wind. If the wind bends like this, you bend like that. If it comes like this,
you're like that.
You have no ground for anything. You have nothing that is yours. And I feel like at the end of the day, that leads you to being frustrated.
True.
Because people are people. Like watu ni watu tu. So like watu ni wale wale. So and they will not live up to your standards or do something because you did it to them. So at the end of the day, you have to like have those boundaries and those limits. So another point is when you like wallow in your past mistakes. Don't do that. If right now you are beating yourself up because you did a mistake and you want to live in the past and be like you don't deserve anything good because maybe you did something wrong in the past, move on. You need to learn to move on from your mistakes. And I feel like those mistakes, they should be able to help you to make better decisions in the future.
They should guide you.
Yeah, they should guide you. So you made a mistake. People are making mistakes. You need to learn from your mistake and keep moving. You cannot afford to live in the past because life keeps moving on, life keeps moving on. So if you make a mistake, like learn from it and make sure that you don't repeat that and move on.
Wow. Kabi.
I know so I'm on fire.
So another point is when you ghost your friends, your family, ama in general you ghost people. There's those people when you're not na your character ku ghost mtu. Like I know you're my friends, but I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to my parents.
You don't want anything to do with them.
I don't want to talk to my boss. Like I'm just ghosting everyone. Maybe you have a problem mentally. Uko na kashida. Those people that you're ghosting, they're the ones to help. They will come into to rescue maybe.
Sometimes even that happens when you feel like you're too good for other people. Like it happens like if I feel like I'm too good for Sim, but there's no way I'm going to answer your call.
Why?
And exactly because I'm too good for you. But you see now that what happens, you end up being isolated, having no one else like who can come into your aid when you really need one.
You have nowhere to learn.
I feel like I've ever gone through that. I have ever gone through that, and I realized like I could not like keep my words. Every time that me and my friends like agree to do something, I don't do that. And if they ask, well, I don't want to answer because it's my life, it's my life. And I feel like that is like the worst thing you can do to yourself. When you isolate yourself like that and you feel like you're better than anyone else,
you're messing up.
Don't do that. So I feel like we need to like cover one more or two, then we're done. Quick success. If you want a quick success, that is going to kill you. Literally will kill you. If you start something today and you expect tomorrow to be a millionaire or a billionaire, sweetheart, it's not going to happen.
Last time we said there is no an express train to success.
Yes.
You have to work for it.
Yeah, you have to work for
no
it.
Matter
so
what.
Yes, guys. So I feel like those are some of the things, and I know we can relate, but those are some of the things currently. Hata ukijiangalia unaweza sema maybe I suffer from this, and the good thing is you can work on them. It's not
yourself,
you can improve on them. It's not a death sentence. So cheers to being a good person.
Cheers.
So we've come to the end of the podcast. Thank you so much for watching, guys. It's always amazing. It's always a groove to have you with us. I needed to use that word in a sentence.
It's always a groove, by the way.
It's always a groove to have you.
The meaning of the word groove.
Google.
Something we feel better doing.
Google. Groove is all about energy. It's always energetic.
What you feel good, they're there. You get it.
Well, anyway, guys, like thank you so much for watching. See you on the next episode. We love you guys and we appreciate your support. Remember to subscribe and to share this content with your friends so that they can also subscribe.
We love you.
We love you guys. Truce.
Bye.